Welcome to the. Oh, is it working? I think so. You never can tell these days. Sometimes YouTube gets all kind of crazy, and so we'll just check. We'll do a couple checks, and then we'll probably say it's working. It is working. I have sound. I have everything. It's all working out. So, welcome to the. I'm not sure where to look because this is my first ever vlogging live stream. What are we gonna do here? I don't know. It's up to you and me mostly because you're not in the room with me or discussing it with me. You can though with comments, as many as you'd like, more the merrier. I'll make sure my sound's all good. But the biggest thing is that we're here and we're trying to see what the blogging world has in store for us. I've been doing a lot of, let's see, how do I kind of explain it? I've been doing a lot of research when I started this blog, and there's a lot more we have to do, a lot more editing we need to put into things, a lot more work, time, all that stuff we want to get on this. This is just the beginning, though, and this is going to be a long process. I did not think that this will be a perfect running ship the second we start, which definitely isn't true. I don't know if anybody has been. It's cool if they are. I always thought about those things people watching streams and they go, or watching channels, and all of a sudden their first video, it's super polished, sweet, getting all kinds of views and memberships. So I don't know if those are like guys that have been doing different channels and this is like their new channel and they're well established, that kind of stuff. I didn't want to do that. I mean, I have a little bit of experience with YouTube and streaming on Twitch and stuff like that, but it never really was one of those things where we go, oh, let's just now we'll delete all of our channels and start all over. I kind of did in a sense, but I kept the same channel. I kept this channel and I basically privatized all my videos. They're still there. I still have all my videos on there. But I wanted to kind of switch the direction of the channel. So this is where we are. Now we're vlogging. So I've been looking to see what vlogs are, and it's anything you could ever imagine. All those videos that people make that are like, we're gonna throw a bowling ball off a bridge, or we're gonna go to a haunted house. Those are vlogs. So what is a vlog? I have no idea. I don't know if anybody does. It's kind of just like it's just a video, but we're gonna call it a vlog. We can call anything a vlog. You filming your coffee being made at Starbucks because people care about that and everybody wants to watch your Starbucks get made. Vlog. Boom. You're a vlogger, just like me, because we're doing the same thing. Your Starbucks video is probably doing better than mine. But you know what? We're here to learn. We're here to get better. We're here to hopefully motivate, bring people along with us, and see what the future can hold. So, what's our plan for today? Again, this is just was a sort of impromptu thing. I was going to do it yesterday, but it didn't work out because I started things and sound wasn't working and just fun technical stuff that you know gets in the way of what we do in life. That's how this January's been though also. Like January's been really trying to be an anchor on my ship moving forward. All my ship wants to do is sail, but we're going to stay positive and we're going to keep pushing through no matter what issues want to come about, any of that. We're just going to keep going. I've been wondering, like, you see people that stream for like 6 hours a day. I just don't know what they're streaming. Like, what are they doing? Because I mean, are they just going to be talking the whole time? Uh, Showing off their room? Like, I don't get it. Like dancing? Like, Singing, I don't know what we can do. I just don't get it. Maybe that's what we're gonna try to figure out. That's why we're starting to stream. We're gonna try to figure out what it does. Like what do people do in this time? So we can just tell stories, like I guess. So my name is Ticklin. I have a real name. Once if the first person that sends me a comment that says what's your real name, I'll respond to it. Not my last name, probably just my first name. My last name, who cares? First name, really, who cares too? It doesn't really matter. If you want, I'll send it to you. I started this vlog about beginning of this month, in the beginning of January 2025, and we've been trying to see what types of videos we want to do. We're starting to sort of hone in a little bit on it, I think. We want to kind of have a general commonality as we go along with it, and I think we haven't figured it out yet, but we're working towards it. It was kind of be a variety type stream, I guess, but I don't know if that really works. In a sense, it is a variety because I have for now the current state of where we're at with this vlog is every day is kind of a different thing. Sundays might be my streaming day, you know. Saturdays could be whatever, but I mean it's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Tuesday, or for like writing and poetry and painting. Even though it's like I said, this the paint thing I got. If you watch that video, it didn't come with any paint in it. I bought one of those things that I don't know what he calls it, but Bob Ross had one. You know where he held the paint stuff on it. I bought brushes. I got brushes. I got the thing that holds the paint. I need to go buy paint today. After this, I'll buy paint. Anyway, I bought things to paint on. What we're gonna paint though, I have no idea. It's a lot of it's gonna be what can we do in this world. Like Thursday and Friday and Wednesday we're writing stuff. And we're gonna try to see if we can get published and maybe put poems out there. I'm gonna start recording. I have written 5 poems so far. And what I did was I went to this website that has listed every different type of poetry form, which he listed 168. I mean, there's probably an unlimited amount, and you can probably make up your own, whatever you want. You set rules to it, but the 168 known kind of poetry forms. So I'm going down the list. So I'm writing all down the list. So there's like 5 in the A's. I've written 5 poems. I've pretty much got all the A's knocked out. It's I don't know if they're good. I think that's one of my problems recently is that I don't know what it's called. I think it's called imposter syndrome. But I start to do things and then I say, why me? Why would anybody want to watch me? Why would anybody care about what I have to say? Should I care about what people think? Should I care? I mean, on one level, you want to connect with people. You know, that's the whole point of this, right? You want to connect with people, and you want to, have people that like have the same common interests as you that you can talk to about stuff. Like I don't think I'm any kind of charismatic personality or amazing public speaker or a figurehead of any kind of idea or ideal. And I don't think I ever will be. I don't think I want to be. But it's interesting kind of thoughts to have that we want to we have these dreams that we want to try to accomplish and we want to go out there and try and do them, and one of the steps is to come out here and make videos and see about what kind of experience we can get from it. Can we get better at it? Can we get people excited about what we have to say? Or, if we get people interested in what we're doing, would that change anything? And it's funny to think that nerves and anxiety can be so strong in the face of that you almost won't do things for a long time. Like for most of my life, I didn't do anything because of that feeling. I never overcame it. I just started recently showing my face on camera. Like years, I would say I'd never do that. I'll never do that. But then, like, really, who cares? You know, like, let's be more confident in ourselves. And I don't think I'm anything special to look at, but it doesn't matter because this makes me better, right? Maybe I don't know what it does. I don't know. And it's hard because you want to be that person that can make people laugh or make people happy, make people sad, whatever. Because sadness is a good thing sometimes too. But how do you get there? You know? And are you an imposter? Are you somebody who like? What's the point? Like, why would anybody care what I have to say? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you that I have anything special. I'm not very profound. I don't think. But again, that could be just me being sad in a sense. I don't know. But what we'll do is, we'll do some reviews, some live reactions maybe. But let's do. We can do this review now. Let's see. I found this card game recently, and you know what's really weird is that they're starting to be like in the board game world and the card game world. There's like this obsession with like toilets and poop topics as the points of games. Like, is that what we've come to? Is that okay? Well, Monopoly's dominated board games, you know, tic tac toe or whatever, Connect Four. Sorry, they've kind of dominated board games, right? So people think of a board game, people are gonna probably think Monopoly first. Well, so the only way to sell things now is to make poop the card game. Oh, this calls it the game. Poop the game. It made it through Kickstarter. Like, what we doing here? You know what this is? I was looking through this. I don't know if you can see. I want to glare. You know. You know what this game is? It's Uno. It's Uno with a poop theme. All you do is fill up the toilet and flush the toilet. What the hell? Look at this. The art of these cards is trash. And then there's directions like, oh, you want to play harder? Here you go. Do this. Oh, look, here's a drinking rules. So it's a drinking game too. What are we doing? These kind of games, you know, it's fine. Who's gonna replay this game? Are you gonna play this game more than twice? I doubt it. I bet this game is purchased as a whatever you want to call it, a white elephant gift, a Yankee swap, whatever you call it for your traditions for Christmas time. If you don't know what that is, it's where you go buy a game that's well or something, and well, my family always did. It has to be under $10, and it's meant to be like a jokey kind of gift. So here's how I picture this game getting sold. You're a bro in the world, and you go, oh, it's almost Christmas time. Holy mackerel. It is January 22nd. I have to fly to Cincinnati. Already a problem. I've never been there. It's probably beautiful. I don't know. I can't say. And you're going, I did not get a white elephant gift. I also didn't get regular presents, but Amazon's sending those to Cincinnati for me, so I don't have to pack it in my luggage. Haha. Fooled you, Christmas. Charlie Brown. You're walking through, you go, I better go to the store real quick, or the gas station, Walgreens, CVS, whatever you have in your area. Piggly Wiggly, hopefully. I don't have that. I wish I did. Just because of the name, I'd shop there every day. I'd go there every day. I'd get a job there. And you go, oh, what's this by the counter? A poop card game? Ha ha ha! How much is it? $9.99? That's perfect. My rules are under $10. It was $9.99. This game was made to be sold as a white elephant gift. That's it. It's Uno. It's Uno with poop. Poop no. It's poop no. I don't get it. Good for him. Good for the guy that made this. Good job, buddy. It probably took creativity. It probably took an artist a long time. I mean, this is all like MS Paint. I mean, you had to write the rules, I guess. You basically just stole Uno, and you go, oh, hey, when you get the flush toilet, drink a shot. If you fill up your toilet, drink it. Drink it. I don't know. It seems like I was at like I don't know what it was, like a pharmacy, like a local pharmacy in this horrible town I live in, which is really small, and they have like a little section. It's like a really I'm like in a rural area. It's not horrible. It's just terrible, and it's a rural kind of pharmacy, like a little family-run pharmacy. They're only open Monday through Friday. They close at like 4 p.m. so nobody can ever get their prescriptions because people are gonna go there on the weekends and they're never open. So I don't know. That's a different topic. We'll talk about that in 20 minutes. Um, and they have a section for like they try to sell stuff. So they have a section for like horrible smelling candles. They have like weird scarves. They have like some jewelry garbage. They have puzzles. That's cool. I like puzzles. Then they have like a little section for like medicine stuff, which is I thought this was the point of this place. It's a pharmacy. And then they have a section for like board games or card games. And literally, I think every single one, if it wasn't like a poop or toilet themed one of them was guess the butthole or something like that, and it was photos of like animals' assholes. First of all, who's good at that game? That's a problem if you're good at that game. Like, oh, that's an antelope's asshole. Chalk it up. 3-time winner. That guy needs to get. You need to like call the police. That's what the point of that game is, to find out who you need to call the police on, because that's crazy. I I don't get it. But again, under $10. White elephant gift. The white elephant gift pantry. That's what that should be called, because that's all it was. It was horrible games under $10. That I mean, again, how many times are you playing the game where you try to guess the animal's assholes? I bet not even once. I bet that never gets opened. That gets put in that weird ass drawer that your parents have at their house, or that weird closet that nobody goes into, that is dusty and full of just weird stuff. And then when people pass in the future, hopefully not for a long time, you're going to find all this stuff. And you're going to go, oh, I remember this game about animals' assholes. Why do we buy this? Well, I was running late to Christmas and I had $10. And the pharmacy was open, which it never is. So what's the point of that? So good. Good luck getting your medicine, sick people. Or they're sick now. They were healthy, but then they couldn't get their medicine. Or maybe they're better because the medicine was hurting them. I don't know how. I'm not a doctor. I didn't prescribe it to you. You probably don't need all that Oxycontin. Is that how you say that? Oxycontin. Oxys. No. So that's my poop review. I do not recommend buying this game. Just buy Uno. It's better. It's probably less expensive. It's the #1 selling card game of all time. Not this. Uno is. And you learn Spanish. Don't buy poop. Well, there we go. As good as a review as you're going to get. It's real. I'm real. The review is real. And I don't know. I still can't believe they make that game. Like that's crazy. Good for that guy that made that game and sold it. I actually looked him up, and he has like he has like three total games, and like they're all like just like this. They're not all poop, but they're like drinking related game or some silly topic related game. You know, I mean, good for him. Like I said, if I was the person that invented poop and sold poop, he figured out a way to sell poop. I mean, that guy deserves a medal probably. Well, he kind of got one because he's getting paid for selling an awful game. So that's his medal. You got a life medal, bro. Good job. Keep it up. Well, they'll keep it up. I mean, you should probably stop. It's almost April showers. Key. We're a little far away. Unless you live, I'm not sure where you live. If it's April where you're at, but it's February 2nd here, and we celebrate Black History Month. So happy Black History Month. Don't ask Augie Bog to do that, who's my counterpart, because he'll say probably racial slurs. Anyways, here we are. It's an Ask Me Anything vlog stream. So if you have questions, just put them down below. Like and subscribe. I'm going to do this for, well, there you go. So it's not April. It's happy Black History Month, February 2nd. Wait, is today Groundhog's Day? What'd that little asshole do? Did that little asshole, is it 6 more weeks of winter? Groundhog, what did the groundhog say? Groundhog Day. What'd he do? What'd he say? Okay, yep. Type your question while I'm looking up what Punxsutawney Phil said today. Punxsutawney Phil, the world famous prognosticating groundhog Punxsutawney Phil, saw his shadow when he emerged from the den. 6 more weeks of winter. Damn it. What the hell, global warming? Global warming and Punxsutawney Phil are in cahoots. I'm saying it here. I'm calling it out. Punxsutawney Phil is part of big global warming. What's the pharma version? Big environment. Punxsutawney Phil is part of big environment. Well, it depends on what you mean by make a film yet. And I'm started it. I haven't finished editing yet. I'm planning on possibly premiering it next Sunday on here on this channel. But I want to try to. I'm just try to do one a week and see if I can do it as a kind of like a creative muscle flexing. Oh, flexing is the right word. Oh, I mean, I didn't make a. Is that PG? What is that? 13 or an 18? What is that? Oh, no, I don't think it's like a PG-13 or R-rated film I made. No, no, it's more of like a mind bender. What would I describe it as? High concept, maybe. High concepts. I'm not sure what I would generalize it as. The Hitchhiker? Is it out? Have you released the Hitchhiker one yet? Is it called The Hiker? What did you call it? What was it called? It was called. I watched the trailer. Oh, I might have lost. I might have just messed up. I might have messed up everything. Stop. Who posted that? I can't find it. Did you send it to me? Anyways. Oh, okay. Well, that's sweet though. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. Hiker. I thought it was hitchhiker. Hiker. I mean, it's still a huge accomplishment though, Key. Like getting to that point. All the recording, the look is great for the '80s style horror slasher kind of feel with that grainy type of video. Live action fantasy, huh? Special effects? Are you gonna do special effects? Or is it going to be The Shopkeeper? That's a good title. Um, that's cool. I'm a big fan of fantasy. I think that people try to put another high concept on that as well. Like they try to make things more than they probably should be. When it can be just something that's super simple, which is nice. That's what I'm trying to work on. Is like simple but complex, right? So I'm trying to make something. I try to how do I describe it? So how simple can it be and also be complex, right? Oh, yeah. I mean, it is definitely, but that's what's cool though. Is you have this is what you want to do. How can you do it? That's the best part. Oh, okay. Well, that's is he alive still? But that's the best part, I think, is the problem solving, right? So I need to make this happen. How do I do it? I think that's really cool, though. I think that's a really cool thing. Yeah, that'd be cool. I would like to hear that. I can also maybe throw you. If, I mean, I don't want to. It's not my project, but I think if I have some ideas for you, I can try to help. I try not to do that as much because I learned that a long time ago that when you get onto a film set, there's only one director, and you don't want to backseat direct or you don't want to backseat whatever. So I try to keep it to myself. Okay, that makes more sense. Which the handle was real. Um, but yeah, well, that's exciting though. It's especially exciting taking on these journeys. Like me taking on this vlog. I'm not sure where this is gonna lead or where it's gonna go, what the future holds. Hopefully, I'm trying a couple things, and that's what the days are all separated for, so that if something takes off, we can focus on that. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, I think that's super fun. Is like special effects are really fun. Practical effects are really fun. I think things look so much better with practical effects if you can pull it off. I mean, have you seen? I don't know why I watched it. I don't really watch horror or slasher movies, but I kept seeing the Terrifier Art the Clown everywhere on YouTube, so I watched those videos. Oh, I think I still have it. Maybe. Maybe yes. I'm not going to say yes or no right now. I'm going to say maybe. I thought I had it still. I don't know. Maybe. I'll look. I'll look after this. If you get around to it and you're able to, then yeah, just in case. That way I can have it and I can just save it in my files. I've been going through all my old recorded stuff today and like editing and clearing up my folders. So I haven't gotten to that folder yet that would have held it if it is somewhere. So, well, there's like 11 Friday the 13th. You should watch the Terrifier. It's free on YouTube. I think the first one is. and the second one is outrageous. And I watched it. Is that I wouldn't call it scary. It's like jump scary, I guess. It's more of like practical effects kind of porn, and because it's not you haven't there's not been many movies like this in maybe 20 something years. So it's pretty intense. Like I didn't sleep that night. I watched it and then I thought about it for like 2 weeks. I still get images of it now of one of the scenes because it's so crazy. It's so crazy. And there's a third one which is a Christmas movie and I don't know. I maybe can show it. Have you know what I'm talking about when I say the Terrifier? Have you seen that? Let's see if I can get something. It's so crazy, dude. Uh, it's so crazy. Yeah, it's the vibes for me for sure. So, have you seen Maxine? Maxine? It's really weird. It's I would say weird. It has like the 80s vibe, but it just came out. But it's like dripping with that 80s vibe. Oh, okay, well, that's cool. That Thriller was your inspiration. Yeah, you should check out Maxine though. It's so crazy. I said it's not like anything special. He didn't like it. It just has that 80s vibe. I don't think it, I mean I don't know. The movie was weird. It just has that weird 80s vibe. And that Mia Goth chick, I'm not sure what I feel about that chick either. But Pearl, Pearl. Oh, what the hell? Is that Mia Goth again? It is Mia Goth again. What the hell? Is this a trilogy? What is this? What the hell? So I watched the end of a trilogy? Well, that's why it doesn't make any damn sense. Are they connected? What the fuck? I watched that damn movie. It was a trilogy. It was the third part of a trilogy. Well, that doesn't make it. That's why it didn't make any damn sense. Nowhere did I know. Nowhere did they say or I saw that Maxine was the third part of a trilogy. Well, that makes so much sense now because that movie made no sense on what was happening. Well, I guess I have to go watch the other ones now because that's kind of upsetting. I'm not really upsetting because who cares? But yeah, it was weird. It was very weird, especially if you don't know that you didn't watch the first two movies in the trilogy. I'm not sure why I'm so mad. That's crazy. Maybe they're not connected. Okay. Well, that's ridiculous. That kind of upsets me. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just go watch those movies now. And that is what 2022. How old was she? Like 17? It is Jenna Ortega. What the hell, dude? It's a horror trilogy. That's upsetting. Why didn't anybody say anything? I'm just supposed to know? Okay. Well, that's cool. Huh. All right. Well, that sucks. Okay. Well, we were gonna. I don't know how long this stream was gonna go for. This was kind of like the first one. But I'm probably gonna call it here in 4 minutes. So we got 4 more minutes, and then we're gonna see where we're at. And then next Sunday we'll hopefully premiere a movie while doing a live stream. Yeah. Well, that's like I said. It's crazy that I watched Maxine and didn't even know it was a damn trilogy, part of a trilogy. That sucks. It makes so much sense now because it was like they were acting like people that were you saw. You should know who they are. I don't know who the hell they were. So I mean, I'm kind of like flabbergasted right now. Oh, anyway, Terrifier. Yeah. So the Terrifier is crazy, and Art the Clown now is like one of the Halloween mainstays with Freddy and Jason. But if you haven't seen the Terrifier and you like practical effects for, okay, that's kind of weird that that movie showed that. Pearl, that says Pearl is a prequel. Okay, like my whole head hurts now. Like that's crazy. I don't even know what to say to that. Well, a real well, I mean, 1900 porno was probably like the lady showed off her ankles, and then everybody got all sweaty. I'm not sure what 1900 porn would look like, but I would assume it's something along that line. They didn't have cameras that could move. There was some asshole cranking it. Some asshole's cranking the camera. He's spinning the camera for making a porno in the 1900s. Like, I mean, how long did that take? Didn't they have, the cameras have the where they hold the thing up and it poofs the light? Really? That's weird. This happened to me before, actually. This isn't the first time that I've watched a movie that was the third in the trilogy. I didn't know, and I was like, "What in the hell is happening?" I watched a movie called 2046, which is a very good movie. I really liked it, and I didn't really know what was going on the whole time, but I liked the whole storyline of it. And come to find out later, a few years later, that it was a third part of a trilogy. But the first two were like modern day love story, weird characters, and then 2046 was like a dream story in the future that was written about. I don't know. But I thought it was pretty cool. They were like on a train, and you know, 'cause on a train you can. I think what I liked about it was I felt trains you could really feel isolated. Well, don't watch it first. 2046 is the third part of the trilogy. Don't watch it first. But it has Tony Leung in it, and he's really cool. He was the villain. He was the Mandarin in Sh- Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. The real Mandarin. So, but yeah, that's only happened to me twice. So I have seen movies where it was like a sequel, but I didn't know that, and I was like, "Oh, this is really cool. What is this?" And then I found out it was a sequel, so then I'd go back and watch the other one. Like that happened to me when I watched the movie Serenity. I saw it in the theaters, and I really liked it. And then I found out that it was a TV show, and that was the movie to the TV show. And I love the TV show, but I didn't go into it thinking that it was its own thing. You know, that's only happened to me twice with 2046, and now Maxine, which you just told me was a trilogy. So that's good that my whole life is a lie. And I'm living this lie, but I'm living it well. And I will go back and watch the other two now. It's one of those things like I've watched the third one, I might as well go watch the first two. Oh, I guess it sort of happened with the movie The Color of Money. The Color of Money with Paul Newman and Tom Cruise. That movie's really good, but it's a sequel from like 30 years earlier called The Hustler with Paul Newman and Jackie Gleason. But The Color of Money is really good, and I really like that movie. And then I found out that it was a sequel, but it's okay because I was still pretty young then. So, oh, Color of Money is good. The Hustlers. I mean, it's cool to watch some of these old movies because like it gets you. I'm not really sure what it gets you. I think that sometimes it might affect. If you want to make movies, I think watching old movies might. People say it's like it helps you inspire you. Sometimes I think it can be like hamper you. Like why not go into something with because let's say, for example, here's my example. I heard about these. So these people were trying to make cars, right? So cars have been around for what 100 and whoever years, and they asked a class of like I don't know biology engineers, something like that. They asked them, "Hey, make a car," and they made a car that ran on water with no gas combustion. You know, you get somebody that's completely out of that's not in the know, and who knows what kind of thing they can come up with. It's all about the problem solving. Like if I gave you a camera and said go make a movie, and you go, I've never seen an old movie. Well, great, go make a movie. What do you think a movie looks like? What do you? And then I think that'd be a really cool experiment to somebody that's completely like give cameras to some bros that just came out of the forest. Like here you go, bud, make a movie before you get it poisoned by culture. Go make a movie, bro. Or our North Korean. We should go grab some North Koreans and say, hey, make a movie, bud. I know you haven't seen this. You've been eating grass and shit. Like, here you go. Make a movie. Old movies, new movies, books, movies. Yeah, I mean, I do too. And that's the thing. Like, so are we. Poison's the wrong word, but like, corrupted by what we've seen? Like, we've always been told this is the way to make a movie. This is the style. This is the format. This is how you do it. I mean, are we spoiled? Like, is there a better way, or even not even a better way? Is there another way that is just as good that we'll never know because we've been so corrupted and led down this path of this is how movies are made? I mean, I think it's a good question to ask. It's almost like if you could say, "Here's this button," you'll forget everything you know about movies, story structure, characters, and go make a movie. Well, yeah, I mean, I think yeah, but I saying that you just do what you want, I think I agree with that, and I think that's great. The problem is that can you ever get away from what you've seen, especially like structure, right? So the hero's journey is basically the structure for all stories. So can you get away from that? Can you make a movie without a hero's journey? I don't think so. Can you make a movie that doesn't follow foundational camera techniques? Can you make a movie that is completely outside this box of movies, right? So the only time, yeah, I agree. That's all we've ever known. So that's why go back and look at like movies from like the 19 what is it, the 20s, 1910s, because it was so new that everybody was doing it. Men, women, they have movies by like indigenous peoples that were making movies before it all kind of got taken over by the studio system. Before the studio system happened, though, anybody was making movies, right? So, and the one, I mean, I think there's a lot of good things to YouTube. There's a lot of bad things to YouTube also. The one really good thing with YouTube is that anybody can make movies. The problem is we're stuck in this box. This is how movies are. This is how stories are. This is how you do it. Go ahead, but it's not a movie until it does these things. Well, that's what I mean though. Like, is that something like to say? Like, how is that possibility? Like, can you make a movie that doesn't fit in the box? I don't know. I think it'd be a cool thing to try. Like experimental film, I think is kind of interesting. It's basically like I've watched some of those, and they're just basically just like watching an abstract painting. It's kind of weird. And then there's, you know, anything experimental is kind of like calling somebody a barbarian in the Roman times, right? Anybody that's not Roman is a barbarian. Anything that's not in this Hollywood structure of movies is experimental. So I don't know. I think it's super interesting topic. I think it's really cool thing to attempt and to try. Yeah, that's I mean, like, and that'll always happen. Uh, there's definitely gonna be things that are new, and I think that's the hardest part. Is that's why when they happen, it's like a whole thing. Like Roger Deakins as a cinematographer, I would say is the best current working cinematographer in the world. His stuff feels new, but it's based on a foundation of so many things before it. Look at like painting. It was assholes painting on the walls with rocks and smashing rocks together and wet and putting their handprints and drawing weird gazelles. And then it gets to like Mona Lisa. So it took all these steps to get to that point. It didn't just go. I mean, maybe it did. Somebody like Leonardo da Vinci or Picasso looked at those paintings and said, "I don't like how that's painted. Let me paint it like this," and they saw something new, groundbreaking stuff. I don't know. Do we need somebody like that again for film? Maybe. It's a lot of times we're gonna get stuck in these ruts that aren't easily overcome. So, what does the future hold? Hopefully, something new. But at the same time, why you think that the movie today is better than the movie yesterday because you want to perfect what you're doing. So, like, every time you do it next, it should be better than the time before. I don't think that always happens. I've definitely made videos on here from even this vlog series where I felt like this one is worse than one before. But that's the goal moving forward, is that every video we make from going forward gets better and better. The next one's better than the one before. We've learned from the mistakes. I don't know if we can call them mistakes. The problem is I don't know what the mistakes are yet. I could tell you that the mistakes for today are no thumbnail, no promotion, no set topic that we talked about. So it was kind of all over the place. So there's four things right now. Yeah. I mean, 60 millimeter film would have been really sweet. Yeah, so that was probably the majority of your time is getting the film to look right. That grainy 60 millimeter film. Or, what did he film? Hateful Eight was filmed like 40 millimeter or something like that. I don't know what the hell that was. But it was widescreen. But that looked good. It catches color really well. And it catches that grainy, like the film like the visual film feels physical, like it feels tangible, you know. I think that's really cool when it does that. um well, luckily talking about this has made it pushed a little farther, because my original goal for this was to be a 1 hour stream, and we might make it. We got 8 minutes, we got 4 minutes of closing, and we got some more time here now, so we got 8 minutes to go before we'll shut this down for a week. But where are we at now? Time for retrospection, reflection, and recompense. So we know that the future of board games is broken. We don't know where the future of film is going. Hopefully, something new. It's not like you can say building blocks towards a goal as a creative process. We just want things that help inspire and motivate. That's what I think film is amazing. Telling a story that is entertaining and inspiring and invokes emotion. That's the biggest thing for me, is invoking emotion. No matter what that emotion is, whether it's sadness, hatred, happiness, whatever. Cuz oh, well that's I'm ready. I'll wait. I want to wait. I don't like watching trailers. I want to wait until it's good to go and I can get a good premiere out of watching your film. Yeah, it's kind of crazy right now. So it flops back and forth, right? So early 90s, it went all indie, right? So Tarantino, Rodriguez, David Lynch, Jarmusch, like they dominated movies. Independent, no money, just pushing ideas. That was about 10 years. So it always does that. It goes, indies go crazy, and then it slowly does this. And then all of a sudden, bang, big budget blockbuster Hollywood movies, same thing. And then indies take over back over. But so big budget blockbuster took off again in early 2000s, and then it was probably going to die, and then Marvel came out. And then now, with how bad movies have been after COVID and everything, indie movies are starting to take over again. So it's the same. It's the same cycle. It's a cycle. So for a little bit, it'll be indie movies going crazy, movies that will bring out new voices. But then the problem is those voices become the big Hollywood voices, like Tarantino did and like Robert Rodriguez did. They go from these indie bros into these Hollywood bros, and it's just a cycle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you also got 70s was like kind of the end, the puttering out of the studio system, and '80s was big indie because they were taking chances on movies, but then you get Rocky and those kind of things. They become big budget. '90s was just kind of whatever decade. They were trying new things. CGI was kind of taking over, so people kind of lost their minds over CGI for a few years. And then yeah, 2000 was like they perfected CGI. You get the Matrix in the late '90s, and you get Transformers. And then 2010s, yeah, 2008 Iron Man comes out, and then just Marvel dominates the world for 15 years. So we'll see. Like DC starting out this year, so we'll see what they do. But yeah, indies right now is gonna be big for a while. I think new voices are gonna be coming to the forefront, and they'll like I said, it's not like we're going up. We're not building a building. We're just going down a road, and it's just we don't know which way the road goes. So all it does is it changes the direction, and then it goes a different way for a while. Then it comes back. Either way, like I said, that's why like one of my favorite directors right now is probably Wes Anderson. Um, I was inspired to make movies by Darren Aronofsky watching The Fountain, and that movie is what made me want to make movies. Um, but from there, Aronofsky's kind of changed a little bit. Oh, what was it? Flow? Was it Flow? Well, that's the thing though. You know, I have always liked Miyazaki from Studio Ghibli, so for me, I appreciate the smaller animation houses that do those kind of things. So, but we're gonna start. Yeah, Flow. Yeah, with the cat. Yeah, the movie's blowing up. So we're gonna start kind of shutting this down. So we have set our sights on what's coming forward. We know where we want to go. This is our first stream, and we want tomorrow's video to be better than today's video. And what that is, I don't know yet. I still have to record it. So, well, I'll do it tomorrow. We'll see. I might do it tonight. I have another stream tonight on a different channel. So, I'll be back with that on Augie and Tick Plays. And, oh man, my neck is tight. I gotta figure this out. So, we don't know what, again, we're going to continue to try to be better tomorrow than we are today. That's the goal. It should be everybody's goal. If we tie our shoes today, we want to be able to tie our shoes better tomorrow. I saw that. Thank you. I haven't read it yet. I saw it come through though. I will look at it after stream. I just want everybody to know that I appreciate you taking the time. Key, I really appreciate you being here. It means a lot. And hopefully many, many more. And hopefully both our movies do very well. And we continue to make movies for the rest of our lives. So it'd be a nice goal. You know, who knows? Not everybody makes it, sadly. But if I can just do enough where I can just keep doing it and live off of that, I'll be happy. I don't want to be a person that like gets their a one-hit wonder and then spends the rest of their lives dragging on that, sucking on that teat. And there's no milk coming out. So, again, go watch the Hitch, the Hiker when it comes out. Do we have a release date yet? Not yet because we're waiting for credit music. Oh. That's fine. Once we get a date for that, we'll post that on the Discord. Please join our Discord. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Favorite. Ring the bell. Send me a letter. Mail me a letter. I'll send you my P.O. box. All that stuff. Send a comment. Hit the buttons. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great